somebody has, burned a physical Banksy and tokenized it to have it sort of like immortalized. It kind of like teleported from our physical realm into this virtual, NFT blockchain environment. It's almost the opposite of the Matrix. He blue pilled his art.
BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap gets you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.io. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the largest crypto channel in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. If you like money in crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you love NFTs and you want more NFT content every week, make sure to smash the likes. Today, I'm bringing on an expert in NFTs, Kenn Bosak, to discuss how he's been able to change his life this year with NFTs and how some people are selling NFTs for 100 times what they bought them for. You gotta have a listen to this one. Hey guys, welcome to the show. Today, I have my bro, the truest of all bros, Kenn Bosak, on the show. You like him, you love him. Kenn, how are you doing?
How goes it, bros? I'm doing well. How goes the day?
It goes well. Anytime you're on the channel, it's been a while since you've been on. You haven't been on since last year, but we're going to get you on the channel a lot more regularly here soon, because one of the hottest things in crypto right now is your specialty, NFTs. So I want to bring you on. We want to do this show every week talking about what's happening this week in NFTs. So what's going on?
I guess kind of the weirdest, big story is Taco Bell NFTs.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, bro. I ain't got no beef with Taco Bell's NFTs. All right, I will say that. I think
let us discuss. Sorry, was that cheesy?
That was a hard shell to swallow. All right, so we got everybody talking about this in the mainstream. Like, yeah. It's a franchise. It's not a video game. It's fast food coming into something that they have almost like no right to be in. But it's because this fits everybody. Yes. It feels okay, right? And the art looks, in my opinion, very crypto Twitter friendly. Like they did some research. They probably have a collab with an artist that signed an NDA that like it doesn't look like the clip art that we've seen come out of some celebrities or some mainstream NFTs. The problem I kind of have is the scarcity. Like your Taco Bell. Remember when I told you about the scarcity issue you may have had with your NFTs? Because you're so big, they're Taco Bell. And they only made 5 of each NFT and very few of those. Right. So, I mean, it's like, why not have an infinite print where it could just infinitely be printed, but at least everybody could have a cool Taco Bell NFT. Why not do that, right? So I kind of feel like they missed the mark on that end, but I'm excited to see, McDonald's and Burger King. You know how the Wendy's, you see how they troll each other?
Wendy's is going to spit fire. Wendy's is going to come with the fire. They always do.
On Twitter every day. Yeah. I mean, I follow Wendy's have notifications turned on for Wendy's just for the lulz.
Yeah. They're good.
So I can't wait for their NFTs. They're going to troll each other on the blockchain, and I'm excited for it. Maybe
I like
Wendy's will accept Taco Bell NFTs for a trade-in to get a Wendy's NFT, and then they'll burn the Taco Bell NFT.
Oh my gosh, that's fire. Okay, so it's very interesting. I would like to say, though, that you mentioned my NFTs that we did last year, and we had you on the channel the day that we launched them. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't think they were going to sell. I was like, we did them. They look good. It was great artwork, but like, I didn't think they'd really do that well. And then you told me, you said, you're going to have a big problem with the scarcity. We sold them all out in like 2 hours. And you were right on that, So, and then of course, this is one thing though, is that the craze kind of came and it went, and now it's back. What's the difference you see right now with the excitement about NFTs compared to kind of, over the summer? And do you see it having a similar rise and fall?
Yeah, I actually been comparing this a lot to 2016, 2017. Sort of how we've seen in 2016, the natural growth, right? That natural playground that we had. In 2017, we saw a lot of mainstream come in and try to play with us in the sandbox that we're experimenting in. And it didn't work out very well for them then. And it took a while for them to figure it out. And they still kind of are. We had Oscar Mayer coin. A lot of people don't remember Oscar Mayer ICO. And, do you guys remember the Telegram ICO? Kick
Fun.
ICO?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting for all those NFTs to be an equivalent of that moment, but we'll grow past that. But right now, this is that micro bubble. It's a small bubble. We have a macro one in the future. This is just the very first micro, wave of adoption we're seeing.
Yeah, I think, you make a lot of really good points there. I mean, some people have been comparing NFTs to the latest new ICO craze, I guess people could say. But the thing that I really have a hard time with is a lot of the people that are saying NFT is a bubble and it's going to go away and everybody's going to get wrecked and blah, 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 blah. They're the same people preaching sound money and preaching cryptocurrency and preaching supply and demand. The market will fix itself. This is not some kind of like gigantic problem. What's going to happen is a lot of these NFTs are going to come out quickly, and then people are going to buy them at overinflated prices, and then they're going to realize they can't resell them. And then people are going to have to drop the prices until it reaches that equilibrium. So like, I don't get it. Like, can we just let the market fix itself without everybody having to complain or cry about it? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm with you. We obviously already have that issues in the real world of collectibles, physical collectibles. People argue over, which Pokemon card should be worth more than the other due to scarcity. There's only X amount of Surfing Pikachu, but there's so many holographic Charizards. Why is that one worth more than this one? It's the community, the majority of them have decided that is what it is, and you're right, we will get there. Unfortunately, it's going to have to go with that pet rock and Beanie Baby level of collectibles that we're at right now. We don't know what's going to be a Pokemon card or what's going to be a Beanie Baby, something that you may be a bag holder or something where you may become an investor for getting.
Yeah, and if anybody knows anything about this channel, they know I love Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
I love when we go to conferences and we're the most famous Beanie Baby collectors at the Beanie Baby conference.
Beanie Baby NFTs are coming. I know it. They have to be.
Can we get the license for that? Let's call Ty.
Do it. Let's do it right now.
That's a great idea. We would crush Beanie Baby NFTs. Oh my, Tabasco the Bull. Still the only one I know to this very day. Okay, so what else is going on in NFTs this week? I know there's a lot of really interesting stuff involving big artists and music artists, and there's a lot going on there. What do you think the top stories this week are for NFTs?
I guess right now we have Banksy art. Somebody has, burned a physical Banksy and tokenized it to have it sort of like immortalized. It kind of like teleported from our physical realm into this virtual, NFT blockchain environment. It's almost the opposite of the Matrix. He blue pilled his art. He put a physical thing into this, matrix, and I love seeing that. What is tangibility anymore these days? Like what is real? Is this an original piece of art because this is now the only living remnants of that physical piece that was destroyed? Does this count as an original, or is it only count as a photo of an original? And I think that's where we're going to start to see these debates philosophically start to get balanced out. We now have something to talk about. We don't know where it's going to go, but the conversations are brewing now. What is value in collectibles? What is an original? What is real?
Yeah, I love the experimentation. Like, I think that's really great. And I know we're playing a role in that here. Billboy Crypto, we have our own deck builder game coming out on Wax here in a couple weeks. Very excited about that. You guys are going to love it. It's going to be awesome. So can't wait to see where that's going. And then we're going to go in a lot of different directions with NFTs. And I know, Ken, you're going to be part of all that in the future, so it's definitely going to be really cool. But what else? I know you had talked about some music stuff, because we're starting to see more development, in kind of some different niches other than just collectibles that are, kind of like cards or, art.
Right.
So what are we seeing on the music front right now?
So yeah, along the sides of the collectibles, we have Dead Mouse on Wax that has just, collectibles, not really, any utility outside of collect them all. We also have Steve Aoki on, Nifty Gateway, sold packs of NFTs. Like, that is so cool to get a pack of NFTs on like an Ethereum platform now. It's like kind of new for them, but over on Wax, we've been playing with packs for, you know, a year now and some change. So it is what it is. It's just cool to see artists using that. But I mean, personally, and a lot of people are asking me, and again, it's like nothing I've ever done is from the investor's perspective. It's always from an end user, and I've just been benefiting from being an end user of things that have, you know, succeeded. So I'm looking at buying music, and not when I mean like buying a song on iTunes. I mean, I want to own it. I want to own it. I want redistribution. I want licensing. This NFT in my wallet to that music that I own, I want to be able to walk into a production company studio and say, hey, you know that fight scene? I think this song would fit that fight scene fairly well. And they put my music in that fight scene that I own. And now that's where I'm at now. I'm buying music that I own.
Who am I fighting?
Probably be Scorpion, Sub-Zero, super hype on the Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you think I could take him? I mean,
well, I
like Johnny Cage right now with the
Sub-Zero.
Oh, I love Sub-Zero. Like that's my dude right there. I
figured you'd be a Sub-Zero kind of guy.
Yeah. I'm not too big on the advanced button pressing. Okay. And I know a Sub-Zero, I've had Sub-Zero's moves down since Mortal Kombat. No number. Mortal Kombat.
I remember the first time I did a fatality for Scorpion, and I ran down the street to bang on my friend's door, not realizing it was 10 o'clock at night, and we both got in trouble.
Dude, that game was so freaking lit back then. Like, I just, you know, me and all my friends, we play that game, and we weren't supposed to play it, you know.
Well, imagine if we could have owned those characters and owned, you know, that those reputations, or owned that in-game progress. And we could have transferred that to our kids or nieces and nephews or our peers who just wanted to play Mortal Kombat. This digital asset ownership era that we are in is game breaking, and that's a real problem. Like, we are disrupting, and with disruption comes demolition and construction. You know, we're not making things better. We are completely replacing things in industries. They have to figure out how to just rebuild from a new ground floor up. We're not. It's going to be tough, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
We're ready for gaming 3.0, right? Like, gaming 1.0 was what I grew up with, and I really loved it, which was side-scrolling, Mario Brothers, Zelda overhead view. You play the game and you beat it. Gaming 2.0 started with 007 with Nintendo 64. It's all of a sudden multiplayer becomes the primary function, first-person shooters, playing online. Of course, that was kind of a different phase, but it all started with the multiplayer with 007. Gaming 3.0 is now you're gaming with ownership. You're multiplayer gaming online with ownership. And I was thinking about the Mortal Kombat example. It's so many different places I could take that. Like, you could actually own the moves, and then you can own the skins, and then you can create basically your own character based off of what you own. You can't
do that fatality unless you have the NFT. Exactly. You button mash all you want, but in the wallet that you logged into the game with, you don't own that fatality. So your character can't do that action. And the way gaming is moving right now, and I'm, again, not a financial advisor, but my best investment of the year has been Chain. And that's because I saw the potential in a blockchain, you know, gaming project that would say, hey, you play Call of Duty, if you get a lot of headshots, we'll give you some cryptocurrency. And the amount of people that I've seen playing Call of Duty and, you know, earning crypto, I think, you know, moving forward, you know, with the amount of games like Apex Legends, Fortnite, X, Y, and Z, esports 2.0 is coming to, you know, things like Chain or Engine or Wax or whatever. And I wanted to be a part of all of that. I think it's way more fun to invest in toys than it is in shitcoins.
Yeah, I know, that's for real. Well, we're just gonna have to see how the space develops. It's gonna be really fun, and I think this NFT craze will last pretty much the rest of this bull run. So we're looking at probably the rest of the year, and then this will actually be some of the stuff that gets made fun of next year, probably. So when it goes down, you know, like, oh my God, remember when, you know, they made NFTs of all the parts of BitBoy's face? Did you collect the BitBoy nose? You know, that's probably what it's gonna be. So Kenn, definitely everybody, if you want to follow Kenn, we'll put all his links down below to his Twitter and to his YouTube page. He's got a ton of different places he's going on. And if you want to own Kenn's beard, we'll make sure to get an NFT of that. So Kenn, anything else you want to say today?
Yeah, just if you guys want to pick up one of my NFTs, I'm the kind of person who had enough hindsight to buy NFTforsale.com, NFTsforsale.com, NFTforsale.com spelled out. I bought them all. I own them all. So go to NFTforsale.com and pick up one of my NFTs and join my Telegram. If you join Telegram, in my group, every time we engage with each other, you're automatically earning cryptocurrency that you can buy NFTs with for free. So we're all having fun, hanging out and playing with our crypto toys. It's a lot less serious over here.
Yeah, I know. We love it though. It's a break from what we do daily. So
yes,
we like the fun. We like to say NFTs are for fun. Cryptos for investing, NFTs are for fun. And you really hit it earlier on the head when you said we're the end users. Like as long as we're using this stuff and it's fun, that keeps, stuff lighter. That's what I think is important. So we'll put the link to Kenn's Telegram also down below. I'm in that Telegram group as well. So if you guys want to go in there and, stop by, I'll probably see it. Can't promise you I'll respond to you. But Kenn, thanks for coming on today. Like I said, guys, hit up his links down below. Drop his comments down below. Let us know what you want us to talk about on our weekly NFT show. That's all I got. Be blessed.
Have a day.